Rejection. What is rejection? A simple definition would be when someone is unaccepting of something. Is that a word? I forget. When we think of the word rejection, we usually link it back to memories of sadness, of feeling unloved. Am I right? Oh my god, what is this? Schindler's List? That was so depressing. Let's do a tonal shift. Let's be honest with ourselves. We have all been rejected before, whether it was an audition, love, a job interview, love, a popular clique, love. Did I mention love? Okay, that didn't help at all. But here's the thing. Most people who are feeling sad usually try to hide their pain under a bunch of smiles and laughs. So, technically speaking, that bit was genius. This presentation is about the cognitive interpersonal behavioral effects of social exclusion, also known as how people respond to rejection. No, I did not misspell my last name. Humans have a powerful need to belong, and that need is threatened if they are alone in the world. Aww. Unlike animals, human beings are both social and cultural. Animals are only social. Culture relies heavily on information, communication, division of labor, exchange, and other features, all of which depend on the interactive social group. A good example would be language. The way a person speaks depends on who they interact with, so it makes sense that being excluded from these types of interactions can have negative effects. But is there a way you can read someone's feelings after they've been rejected? Hell yeah. An experiment was ran to see how aggressive a student can get after they receive a negative score on an essay they wrote. 30 college students are split into small groups of 4 to 6 people and are given 15 minutes to make each other's acquaintances. After time was up, each student was placed in their own room. It probably didn't look like that, I just needed an example. They were then asked to list 2 people from their group to see who they liked and who they disliked. The students were then asked to write an essay about abortion because it was a controversial topic. Yeah. And then, by a random assignment, the experimenter told half the students that they were really well liked, and half the other students that they were strongly disliked. Everybody hurts. What? I didn't want copyright. The experimenter then says that due to the unevenness of likes and dislikes, the student will now be doing the new task with someone completely new. The twist was, the new person did not exist. Whoa. To clarify, the student and the new person never meet. Everyone's essays were eventually graded by the non-existent new person. The catch was, everyone got an F. Purposely. So it doesn't matter how good the essay was, everyone got an F. Hey, I relate. Oh. This is when things get interesting. Each student was then given 2 buttons and were told that those buttons would produce sounds into the ears of their partner that didn't exist. One button would produce a mild and brief sound that wouldn't hurt the person's ears. The other one was straight up ear rape. Sorry. The point of the buttons is that whatever button the student pushes would depend on the student's level of aggression, if that makes sense. The independent variable is if the student was rejected or not. Remember, some students believed they were rejected, and some believed they were well liked. This is important because the dependent variable is the student's level of aggression towards a negative criticism. The hypothesis, though, was interesting. The experimenter believed that everyone should have pressed the ear rape button since everyone received the same criticism from their imaginary partner. But the students who were told that nobody liked them wanted to blast their partners with much louder, more unpleasant noise than students who were told they were liked. In other words, rejection caused more aggression in the first group of students because they thought no one liked them. Don't believe me? Look at this graph. Amazing, right? There was one limit to the experiment though. To some people, getting rejected leads to them becoming emotionally numb, where they just don't feel any emotion at all. Hey, like my ex! There was also another experiment that was very similar to the one I just mentioned. Well, the setup was similar. It involved a taste test instead of an essay. The experiment was to see which group of people would eat more cookies. Was it the accepted people or the rejected people? It was the rejected people. You know why? Because you eat when you're sad. That's why. In this portion of the video, I'm going to get into a little bit of discussion about rejection and stuff, but I'll just call it what it is. Fun facts about rejection. What is up with that J? Studies have shown that people that have been rejected a lot in their life can occasionally be really aggressive towards people they don't even know, or people that did nothing to provoke them. Two ways to tell that someone's been rejected for a majority of their life is they're either extremely motivated to make friends or antisocial. Or both, like me. Antisocial people are like that because they would rather be alone than to risk getting rejected or hurt again by people they thought they were their friends. This is where the video gets a little dark. Just saying. In a survey of school shooting incidents, it was concluded that nearly all the youngsters who shot classmates had felt severely rejected and excluded by them. They weren't necessarily mean, they just never talked to them. But we can prevent that. Like I mentioned before, some people are extremely motivated to make friends. So if you see someone that's being awfully nice to you for no reason and you have no idea who they are, they probably just want a friend. Also, if you see that someone's being rude to you or to another person, I think it would be for the best to show them some kindness, because they probably don't experience that on a daily basis. And this is important. If you have friends that are constantly treating you like crap, then get new friends. It's better to have 4 friends that care about you than 50 friends that don't give a damn about you. Everyone's been rejected once in their life. Even me. But one thing I learned growing up is that I am loved. And you are too. Sorry to end it on such a sad note, but if it makes you feel better, here's a picture of my cat.